Rise and shine, everyone. Just past 6 a.m. here on the USS Gerald carrier. And what a sunrise that is. You really do not get that back home. Today is mainly training exercises, the two groups. These guys will be heading up first, just as the sun and visibility picks up. And then we'll be heading over shortly after them up to kind of North Tokyo range to conduct some training over there with our F-18s. How are you guys all doing there? They're just running through their pre-flight checklist there. Sun is really coming up now as these guys have just completed their pre-flight checklist and making their way onto the runway now. So they'll be lining up first and we'll be heading off probably an hour or so after them. Alright, ramp's good. They've been given the all clear and they are up. First one up, second one up. Nice. And I think it's just the two of them. Oh no, never mind. Third one's heading into position now and they'll be taking off just after them. Yeah, pretty good launches. Pretty good launches here. So they're heading up west to begin their training procedure. Third one will be joining them in the air there. We've also got a Coast Guard helicopter that came down from Tokyo, I believe, parked on the deck currently. Not entirely sure what they're doing here. Probably some sort of training exercise, but, well above my pay grade to understand that. Better actually get ready since we'll be heading into the air pretty shortly here. So we're just going to walk through our checklist there. The other guys seem to be ready, so we're kind of falling a bit behind, honestly, if anything. Just being informed we're assigned to the front left takeoff zone. All right, top left of the carrier. That's a good place for us. Our training will have us at the north of the Tokyo Island. Since the carrier is currently stationed around there, we're going to be flying up north. Kind of see by those hills and mountains in the distance there. So I think we're all good to begin startup. Go and get the engines up there. All right, and we'll go and get the canopy closed. The fog hopefully is going to be pretty low. Usually the fog in this part of the ocean is kind of low hanging, so it should be alright. It's kind of hard to see where the nose gear is at on this aircraft. Think we're good there. And yep, ramp is being moved up. And they're up. Hey, check the radio real quick, check the radio. USS Gerald R. Ford, command, scramble. Unresponsive aircrafts in restricted airspace at Tokyo. Can you see if you can get more information on that? But instead of heading up north, we'll head towards Tokyo Airport. So we can kind of be prepared. Alright, and we are up. You can see another of the jets behind us, but we're really just trying to understand what the situation is going on at Tokyo that, well, we're now diverting to. So we're not going to complete our training exercises as planned. Instead, we're heading over to the Tokyo airspace for a passenger aircraft. Although we're still trying to understand exactly what is going on over there. Possibly, most likely, passenger aircraft that deviated from its flight plan and has now entered restricted airspace. So hopefully a simple procedure of guiding them out, but you never know with these things. Yeah, see if you can get any more information, but it looks like an unresponsive aircraft. We're just being scrambled to. We're going to slow down a bit here as we approach the bottom of the Tokyo Island there. Honestly, it's really foggy. I could barely make out anything. We're looking for an unresponsive prop passenger aircraft. That is the description we've been given over the Tokyo airport, that is. I really can't tell, to be honest. I really cannot tell. I think that was right side. I think that was the aircraft we just passed there. Let's go and slow down a bit here. The problem we're going to have is we're not going to be able to go slow enough to keep up with them. Can you just confirm this is the aircraft we're supposed to be escorting out of the airspace? It does look like they're just circling the airport, but we're going to get on their wing there, try and slow this right down. That is them right ahead of us though. Maybe their radio isn't working, maybe so. I'm going to get right up on their left wing here. I'm just going to move up a bit, get on their left wing, see if we can divert them or kind of push them away from the airport. They've got no radio communication. Obviously, they haven't communicated the ground or the tower. Oh, finally got something through on the radio. Why do I have 3 fighter jets following me? Right, well, they finally got the memo that we're on them. Right, so it seems to be a training flight. They were doing touch and goes on Tokyo as a training exercise. Not entirely. It doesn't exactly explain why they didn't have communication with the tower, but it looks like they've understood the situation and should now deviate back to their designated flight path. Okay, they're copying. All right. Just stay off the back of them here as they're circling around. Looks like they're going to return to a holding pattern before landing. Yeah, I'm guessing it was a student pilot. apparently they failed. They were doing a go-around or something. And somehow that led to them disabling their radio communication. So we'll just watch as it looks like they're lined up for landing now. That's all fine. All right. Just radio into the tower. We're good to return back. It looks like they're coming in for a landing now. I assume they'll be met by authorities. Probably will not go down too well with their trainer, but, well, learning mistakes. Heading back, fog's cleared up a bit. You can start to see the lights on the carrier just in the distance there. So we'll circle around and then come in for a landing there and try and get back on track with our proposed schedule for today. We're lined up with the runway pretty well there. We'll go ahead and lower the gears now. Flaps already set to the position 1. Lower our resting hook as well there. And let's go ahead and shed off a bit of speed and altitude there. Alright, lined up pretty well. I think we've got this probably a bit far to the left, but pretty solid, pretty solid. Looks like Black Hawk doing some training exercises off to the left there. Alright, and let's try butter this. Watch this. Let me open the canopy. You able to get out? You able to get out? Hop out, hop out, hop out. The jet's already going down. Get away from the jet so you don't get pulled out underwater here. We've already dispatched the helicopter there. Yeah, if we just tread water here, we'll be down to us any moment, but the jet went down in less than 20 seconds. I swear I deployed the arresting hook properly. I swear I did. Yeah, winching someone down from the helicopter. All right. Yeah, just head over this way, head over this way. They're coming down, they're coming down, they're coming down. They've got a boat in the water somewhere as well. You're not touching the ocean floor. No, I know what you mean, I know what you mean. All right, here we go, here we go. We got the rescue guy down. I'm gonna go over to the rope, grab that, and we're up. First time I've actually been extracted from the water there as we're in. Right, we're heading back to the carrier. Boat's heading back to land, I believe. And wow, what a morning that's been. We meant to do training exercises, but we were diverted to go and intercept an aircraft. And then when we returned, maybe I missed the arresting wires, maybe my catch hook didn't deploy properly. I don't know what, but well, we somehow find our way into the water.